Now with Pat, when you went and did, and correct me if I'm wrong, brother, but when you got your first charge and you went in,
Mm-hmm.
the whole Hypnotized Minds thing was just really starting to take off on a national level. Am I correct?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't at first. When I went in, they the last year I was in, that's when they signed the deal and all that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay, I
kind of
got
sort of
you.
what you're saying. Kind of sort of what you're saying. But when I went in, they were still underground, and then they had signed it a year before I got out.
Did that kind of motivate you, kind of like, man, when you was in there just seeing the moves that they was making?
Oh yeah, for definite. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was looking at the bag. I said, oh shoot, yeah, man, I can't wait to get out now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
Hmm.
already, of course, you want to be free. You don't want to do a day in there. But when I seen that, I said, oh man, I'm done with this. I got to go out here and get me some real money now.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, man, because, and they would tell you this, everybody that we talk to, man, we deal with a lot of people in this, and they always mention you when they talk about the upper echelon of gangster rap.
Mm.
And I tell people, I think it's just a certain authenticity that you get from certain people, because you can tell when certain cats is just rapping versus a
Mm.
cat that don't live some of the stuff that he talk about. Like when you listen
Yeah.
to the stories that you may tell, and you listen to the stories of Aid or a Scarface, you can kind of
Hmm.
tell, okay, these people don't experience these things before.
Yeah. 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 You can tell. You can. I mean, I always say the analogy of a wolf know a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell if it's gonna shake or it ain't gonna shake. You pretty much know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Would you because I know you had went in after you had just dropped one of your bigger albums. You dropped the project when you were in jail, and it
Mm-mm.
wound
I
up
dropped.
being one. Huh?
I dropped the joint when I got out. I had a robber. I got out. Then I dropped. Uh, I dropped the. It was an underground tape. Oh, you talking about the underground tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I dropped. This what happened. I got locked up on a robbery. I got out. I got signed with Paul and Juicy. Then I dropped a underground tape before I dropped Getty Green. I was out. Then after I dropped Getty Green, I dropped Mr. Don't Play. But in the midst of dropping Mr. Don't Play, I had got locked up. When Mr. Don't Play came out, I had got locked up, and I had got locked up for like 7 months.
Mm.
And then I got back out, and then that's when I did Land Smackdown. But then when I was
Well,
in
well,
the feds, they put a joint out when I was in the feds. But that's when I actually called the appeal. That's when I was locked up in the feds.
because a nigga like me, when I was putting out music, I was still, trying to, I was still, affiliated to the streets. Uh,
Yeah,
I didn't really much uh, give into the world of hip hop until maybe later on down the line. Because even though I was putting out records and shit, I still wanted to be in the neighborhood every day.
yeah.
So, uh, how long did it take you to really go, man? Let me stay out the hood and really just focus on music.
Man, look, really, when I got out the feds, that's what I did. I said, nah, I can't be over there no more. I can't. Nah,
Right.
nah.
It be calling you, man. I mean, the rap be okay, but if you know you was true from the block, you like,
Mm.
man.
I mean, you be like that, man, because especially, and I just keep it real. A lot of dudes don't, but I keep it real. Like, I did everything in the street. I never had no lot of money in the street like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when you get that rap money, and then you get a car that's just like the man that's in the hood. Now you get accepted. You know what I'm saying? And then it's to the degree of full acceptance because they know you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, oh man, we know he 100. So it's like, man, and that stuff swell your head up. It ain't nothing but pride. It just swell your head up bigger and bigger. And it's like you are really good. So, you just it just be something, man. I can't never say it's a bad feeling because if I did, I'd be lying. I
Right.
mean, it was a good feeling, man. And then also when you able to man, you made it. You know what I'm saying? You know where you come from, and then when you make it, then you be like, wow, like, and people like to see that. And I mean, in a way, it helps people out too, cause I mean, it's just like, oh, gee, I was watching you, and then I said, well, shoot, bro, I know he in the hood. I said, shoot, bro, made it, I can make it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a motivator for sure. Now, how it's just like you give a square dude $100 million, or you give a dope fiend $100 million. They gonna do something different with their money. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So it's like that with the fame thing. You give a regular dude fame, a hood dude some fame. It's just different. You know what I'm saying?
I just
But I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I be 100% honest when I say this, man. When I first ever got locked up in my life, I had my best friend. And he was never in the streets. I mean, he a man, You get wrong, you shoot that pistol, but he wasn't never in the streets. And I used to always say to myself, man, I should have did like my boy, man.
mm,
I should have just got a job and called it a day, man. I said that, bro, because I don't want to be in here. You know what I'm saying?
oh definitely. Oh yeah,
you know?
you get the damn show thinking about your other choices when you
Yeah,
first get them handcuffs on and you knowing, oh shit, I can't bail out. The charge is I'm finna be sitting for a minute.
face.
So you
I
really
was
get to
just,
contemplating your choices.
yeah. And look, especially when that judge told me 30 years,
Yeah.
he said, that's the first offer. I said, huh? I said, huh? I said, huh? Yeah, man.
Like, are you kidding?
Man, and when people get to talking like, like you was talking a minute, homie, you was talking about how folks be like, you know, you hear dudes raps and you say, oh man, yeah, he's just talking, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But see, I look at it like this, if it's entertainment, you know, but back in the time I grew up was the time right after like we got in, it was like right out like when MC8 after him. So it's like, you know, eight like back in them days, OG, you had to be real. Like if it ain't real, it's not gonna sell, ain't nobody messing
Exactly.
with it. Period. So, I mean it's a different time now, but I don't knock it. I don't knock it because if you can make some money, make your money. But I do look at it too, like now in the rap game, it's sad because you catch dudes that be really talented and be real dudes in the street and can make a way for their homies and their family, and they end up getting killed before they even really get on.
Mm.
And that's sad, bro. That's sad, bro.
That that's what I was gonna ask you, man, because Memphis is cracking right now.
It's cracking. I ain't gonna lie, it's cracking.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
cracking. They cracking. Yeah, they killing
and I'm
police and
talking
everything.
about,
They cracking.
yeah, I'm talking about in a positive way, because you got a whole bunch of cats that kind of don't picked up that mantle that y'all, set forth for them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah.
you got a lot of stuff. They active down there. Memphis is real active. We was gonna come down there because I've been talking to your manager. We was gonna actually come down there in person, man. But I had a homeboy that got snatched out his car down there, and he was like, "Man, I ain't gonna lie, still UNA got a lot of stuff going on, man. But I recommend y'all not come, man. It's dangerous down here."
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Now watch this. You can Google it. We had more murders in LA last year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I believe
So
it.
now we did. So it's like for us to be we a city, but it ain't nowhere near the size of LA. It's not the second largest. For that to be like that, man, bro, it's so but it's ignorant though, bro. It's a lot of ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Like and a lot of dudes down here, man, they just crying out for love, bro. They crying
Mm,
out for love, bro. I'm being 100 with you. They crying out for love. In my day, I had a real grandmama. Nowadays, ain't no grandmamas. Grandmama smoking weed and popping pills with the grandson. Like this was going
Mhm.
on in the city. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
our times was different with
yeah,
situations, man, and like people, when you got situations when you got niggas from the hoods and whatever, there are always gonna be times when motherfuckers get a little active, but
For sure,
uh,
for sure.
it seems like with the generation we in now, proving your act, proving your active status
Yeah.
has become way high with some of the places outside of LA. If you ask me, you gonna get me. And like I said, I've always preached that niggas has been hard all around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Places Memphis, Atlanta, Chicago. We got these places where dudes have always been active. But now that they have the platforms and I can get my music out, and the beefs have been steady with
Mm-hmm.
young and upcoming dudes trying to
Oh yeah.
place their status. And like you said, Memphis is a place where we have seen that niggas have been on high alert active status.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they get down here. I promise you that. They don't. No games to be played. They they sticked up out here, man. They sticked
So
up. They gonna do it out here. Like they not gonna talk about it. They gonna do it.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.